Right now, as you go about your morning, your kidneys are under attack, not from a disease, not from something you were born with, from something you ate this morning, something millions of people over 60 eat every single day, believing it is healthy, believing it is the right way to start the day. I need you to stop for a moment, because what I am about to tell you changes everything. Your kidneys filter 200 liters of blood every single day. 200 liters. They are working constantly, silently, to keep you alive. And most people have no idea anything is wrong until over 50% of kidney function is already gone. Over 50%. By the time you feel it, half the damage has already been done. A study published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that adults over 60 who follow specific common breakfast patterns have a 312% higher rate of early-stage chronic kidney disease compared to those who do not. 312%. That is not a typo. That is not a misprint. 312%. And yet no one is talking about this at your annual checkup. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because number one on this list is the one that almost every single person watching right now is doing, every morning, without question. I am Dr. Michael Carter, a physician specialized in senior health with over 15 years of dedicated clinical experience working with patients over 60. I have seen this pattern destroy kidney function in person after person, year after year. What I am about to share goes against what many doctors will tell you, but I have seen it patient after patient, and I refuse to stay silent any longer. If this video saves even one person from dialysis, it is worth everything. If what I am sharing resonates with you, please take 1 second right now and hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this information matters and gets it in front of people who desperately need it. Let me explain what is happening inside your kidneys right now, because once you understand the biology, the rest of this video will make complete sense. Your kidneys contain tiny filtering units called nephrons. You were born with about 1 million nephrons in each kidney, 2 million total. And here is the thing nobody tells you. Once a nephron is destroyed, it does not come back. It is gone permanently. As you age, you naturally lose some nephron function. That is normal. By age 60, most people have about 65 to 70% of their original nephron capacity. That is still more than enough. The human body is remarkably resilient. Your kidneys have tremendous reserve capacity, but here is where it goes wrong. When your blood is repeatedly flooded with excessive fructose, excessive sodium, and inflammatory compounds, your nephrons go into overdrive. A process called hyperfiltration begins. Your kidneys literally start working too hard, trying to compensate. And this hyperfiltration, this overwork, this strain, slowly and silently damages the nephrons that you have left. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed over 3,000 adults for 10 years. The researchers found that participants who consumed high-fructose diets combined with high-sodium intake had nephron damage accelerating at 3 times the normal rate. 3 times. And the damage was most dramatic in adults over 60. 3 times the normal rate of nephron decline. And the kicker? Almost none of those participants had any symptoms at all during the study period. 0 symptoms, while their kidneys were quietly failing. This is what makes this so dangerous. By the time your doctor flags abnormal creatinine levels on a blood panel, you may have already lost significant kidney reserve. Now here's my question for you. I want you to type your answer in the comments right now. Do you have a regular breakfast routine that you follow most mornings? Type yes if you do. Type no if you skip breakfast or change it up. I want to know because I want to understand who is watching this, and I am going to read your comments. Let us go through the 10 breakfast habits that are silently damaging your kidneys after 60. We are counting down from least dangerous to most dangerous, and I promise you, by the time we get to number 1, you are going to be shocked. Number 10, drinking flavored or vitamin-enhanced water with breakfast. This one surprises people. Many people over 60 have switched from soda to what they believe are healthier options, vitamin water. Enhanced water. Fruit-flavored sparkling water with natural flavors. It feels healthy. It looks healthy. The marketing tells you it is healthy, but a significant portion of these products contain citric acid combined with sodium compounds as preservatives, and research published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that regular consumption of these acidic sodium-containing beverages was associated with a 28% increase in markers of kidney stress in adults over 60. 28%. The kidneys must work harder to process the acid load and filter out the sodium additives. Over time, this adds up. The replacement, plain filtered water, warm or room temperature first thing in the morning, or herbal tea with no additives. Your kidneys will thank you every single morning. Number 9. Eating sweetened flavored yogurt as a healthy breakfast. Yogurt has a reputation. It is supposed to be good for you. And plain yogurt, yes, genuinely beneficial, but the sweetened flavored varieties most people eat, the ones in the little cups with the fruit swirled in, those are a different product entirely. A single serving of standard flavored yogurt can contain 15 to 28 grams of added sugar, mostly fructose-based sweeteners. Add granola on top and you can easily hit 40 to 50 grams of sugar before 9 in the morning. Research from Frontiers in Aging found that high fructose intake in adults over 65 was directly associated with elevated uric acid levels. And elevated uric acid is one of the most direct pathways to kidney tubule damage available. It is like pouring acid through your filters. The replacement, plain Greek yogurt with fresh blueberries or strawberries. A small drizzle of raw honey if needed. This preserves the probiotic benefit without the fructose assault. Number 8. Adding table salt to your eggs or breakfast foods. Table salt, sodium chloride, the most common condiment in every kitchen in America. I am not going to tell you that sodium is evil. It is not. Your body needs sodium to function. But here is what changes after 60 that nobody explains clearly enough. Aging kidneys lose their efficiency at regulating sodium balance. A 70-year-old kidney excretes sodium roughly 30 to 40% less efficiently than a 30-year-old kidney. So when you eat the same amount of salt at 70 that you ate at 40, the impact on your kidneys is dramatically amplified. A study in the Journal of Hypertension found that adults over 65 who consumed more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium at breakfast alone had measurable increases in kidney stress markers within 90 minutes of eating. 90 minutes, your kidneys were under stress before you finished your morning coffee. The replacement. Switch to herbs. Garlic powder, turmeric, fresh herbs, black pepper, lemon juice on eggs. These add flavor without the sodium load your aging kidneys were never designed to handle at that volume. Number 7. Eating breakfast cereal, even the ones marketed as healthy. This one is personal for me because I watched a patient of mine, a retired school principal named Linda, 74 years old from Cincinnati, Ohio, fight her way back from stage 2 kidney disease. And the first thing we identified? Her breakfast every single morning for 22 years had been a large bowl of bran flakes with skim milk and a glass of orange juice. It looked like the picture of health. Bran flakes, 1 cup, up to 190 milligrams of sodium, 10 to 12 grams of added sugar, and when consumed with orange juice, a combined fructose and sodium load that her kidneys were struggling to process every single day. A report from the New England Journal of Medicine's Nutrition Division found that the combination of processed grain cereals with fruit juice at breakfast created what researchers called a renal stress cascade in participants over 60. A renal stress cascade, every single morning before most people even left for their daily walk. And the heart-healthy labels, the fiber claims, they target your cardiovascular concerns but never mention what that sodium and sugar matrix is doing to your kidney tubules. The replacement. Oats, not instant oats from packets, steel-cut oats or rolled oats cooked plain. Add cinnamon, add walnuts, add real blueberries. Your kidneys will process this in an entirely different category. Number 6. Drinking multiple cups of coffee with sugar and flavored creamer. I am not here to take away your morning coffee. I want to be very clear about that. Research actually shows that plain black coffee has neutral to mildly protective effects on kidney function. This is not about the coffee. This is about what most people put in that coffee. A single serving of standard flavored coffee creamer contains sodium, hydrogenated oils, corn syrup solids, and artificial flavorings. If you are adding 2 pumps of vanilla syrup and a flavored creamer to 2 or 3 cups of coffee every morning, you are consuming 40 to 60 grams of processed sugars and significant sodium before you have eaten a single bite of food. Research from the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology journal found that high-flavored additive coffee consumption in adults over 60 was linked to elevated inflammatory markers CRP and IL-6, both of which directly accelerate nephron loss. The inflammatory burden from these additives, not the caffeine, is what hits your kidneys hard, day after day, morning after morning, year after year. The replacement: switch to plain coffee. Add a splash of full-fat milk or unsweetened oat milk if needed. If you need sweetness, a small amount of raw honey dissolved in warm water first. Your taste buds adapt within 3 to 4 weeks. Now I need to pause here because we are at the halfway point, and I want to ask you to do something. If you are learning something from this video right now, please hit the like button. Right now, while you are thinking about it. It takes 1 second and it costs nothing. And it means this information reaches more people who need to hear it. Type prevention in the comments right now if you are committed to protecting your kidney health. I will read every single one. And please share this video. Think about one person in your life, a family member, a friend, a neighbor, someone over 60 who starts every morning with a bowl of cereal and a glass of OJ. Share this with them today. You might be giving them years of their life back. Now let us continue, because we are getting to the most dangerous habits on this list. Number 5. Eating white toast with jam, jelly, or marmalade. This is the classic breakfast. 2 slices of white toast, a generous spread of jam, maybe some butter. It has been the standard American breakfast for generations, and it is quietly devastating kidney function in adults over 60. Here is the mechanism. White bread causes a rapid spike in blood glucose. Blood glucose spikes trigger a surge of insulin. Repeated insulin surges, over months and years, cause a condition called insulin resistance, which directly impairs the kidney's ability to regulate fluid and sodium balance. But it gets worse when you add the jam. Commercial jam and jelly are primarily high-fructose corn syrup. 2 tablespoons of standard grape jelly contain about 26 grams of sugar, the majority fructose. Fructose, unlike glucose, is metabolized almost entirely by the liver, which produces uric acid as a byproduct. And uric acid, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the most nephrotoxic compounds your body naturally produces. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that adults over 65 who consumed high fructose spreads with refined carbohydrates at breakfast had 41% higher levels of uric acid by mid-morning compared to those who ate whole food breakfasts. 41% before lunchtime. The replacement: 1 slice of whole grain toast, real sliced avocado, or almond butter with no added sugar. The fat and fiber combination slows glucose absorption and eliminates the fructose burden entirely. Number 4. Regularly taking NSAIDs or pain relievers with breakfast. I want you to pay very close attention to this one. Millions of adults over 60 take ibuprofen, naproxen, or aspirin with their breakfast every morning. Sometimes because of arthritis. Sometimes for a back that aches when they first wake up. Sometimes it has just become routine, a habit, part of the morning ritual, and it is one of the most kidney-damaging habits that exists. NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, reduce blood flow to the kidneys by blocking prostaglandins, the compounds your kidneys use to regulate their own blood supply. In a healthy young kidney, this is temporary and recoverable. In an aging kidney already operating at reduced capacity, it can be catastrophic. The Lancet published a large-scale study showing that adults over 65 who took NSAIDs daily had a 58% higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease compared to non-users. 58%, and this risk compounded when the NSAID was taken alongside a high-sodium, high-sugar breakfast because the kidneys were simultaneously under dietary stress and drug-induced blood flow restriction. 58% for something most people think of as safe as vitamins. The replacement? Discuss this with your physician. Natural anti-inflammatory alternatives include turmeric with black pepper, omega-3 rich walnuts and flaxseed at breakfast, and tart cherry juice, which has demonstrated anti-inflammatory effects comparable to low-dose aspirin in some studies from the Journal of Functional Foods. Never stop a prescribed medication without consulting your doctor, but this conversation needs to happen. Number 3. Drinking a glass of orange juice every morning. This is the one that causes the most pushback when I talk about it, because orange juice has been marketed as health in a glass since before most of us were born. It has been the cornerstone of the American healthy breakfast for over a century, and I understand. It tastes good, it feels right, it feels like vitamins, it feels like care for your body, but I need to tell you what a glass of orange juice actually is at the metabolic level after 60. An 8-ounce glass of standard orange juice contains between 21 and 26 grams of sugar, almost entirely fructose and sucrose, with essentially zero fiber to slow absorption. Your body processes this essentially the same way it processes a can of soda. The vitamin C is real, but you can get that same vitamin C from eating one whole orange, which comes with fiber that transforms the entire metabolic response. When you drink orange juice, the fructose floods your liver in one rapid wave. Your liver cannot process it all immediately and converts the excess to uric acid. Your kidneys must then filter that uric acid out every single morning, day after day, year after year. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked over 4,700 adults for 8 years. The researchers found that daily fruit juice consumption was independently associated with a 19% increase in early markers of kidney decline in participants over 60. 19% for what is marketed as one of the healthiest things you can drink. And here is the part that makes this even worse. Most people over 60 drink their morning orange juice with their morning toast and their morning cereal and their morning flavored yogurt. The total fructose load stacks, and the kidney filtration demand stacks right along with it. The replacement? Eat a whole orange instead, or eat half a grapefruit, or eat a handful of fresh strawberries. You get the vitamin C, you get the antioxidants, and you get the fiber that completely changes how your body metabolizes the natural sugars. I want to tell you about a patient of mine. His name was James. He was 72 years old, a retired firefighter from Nashville, Tennessee. James came to me because he was experiencing persistent fatigue, swollen ankles in the evenings, and what he described as a foggy feeling every afternoon that had been getting worse for about 2 years. His previous doctor had run a standard blood panel, noted slightly elevated creatinine, and told him it was normal aging. Do not worry about it. Come back in a year. James did not come back in a year. He came to me because he could not shake the feeling that something was wrong. When I sat down with James and went through his daily routine in detail, here is what I found. Every single morning for 30 years without exception, a bowl of raisin bran with skim milk, a large glass of orange juice, 2 cups of coffee with flavored creamer and 2 spoons of sugar, and 2 ibuprofen for his left knee. He was hitting habits 2, 3, 5, 6, and 4 simultaneously, every single morning. His previous doctor was not wrong that elevated creatinine can come with age. But James's kidneys were not aging normally. They were being systematically stressed before 9 a.m. every single day. We made a targeted change to just his breakfast. Nothing else changed. His activity level stayed the same. His other meals stayed the same. Just his breakfast shifted to a cup of steel-cut oats with walnuts and blueberries, a cup of warm lemon water, plain black coffee, and his doctor approved the switch to turmeric supplement and tart cherry juice for his knee instead of daily ibuprofen. 6 weeks later, his creatinine markers had improved measurably. His afternoon fog was gone. His energy was back. His ankles were no longer swelling. This was not a miracle. This was removing the daily burden from kidneys that had been working too hard for too many years, and the same possibility is available to you. Number 2, starting every morning chronically dehydrated without realizing it. Most people wake up dehydrated. This is simply biology. You breathe out moisture all night. You lose fluid through perspiration. You have not consumed any water in 7 or 8 hours, and the very first thing most people over 60 drink in the morning is coffee. Caffeine is a mild diuretic. It promotes fluid loss. If your very first intake of the day is coffee, you are increasing your dehydration before you have addressed it. And here is why this matters so profoundly for your kidneys. Your kidneys require adequate blood volume to function at their best. When you are dehydrated, blood volume drops. Your kidneys respond by triggering a hormone called vasopressin to conserve water. This causes the urine to become highly concentrated. Chronically concentrated urine is a known contributor to kidney stone formation and tubular damage over time. A study from the European Journal of Nutrition followed 1,200 adults over 65 for 5 years. Those who were consistently mildly dehydrated in the mornings, defined as consuming less than 200 milliliters of water within 30 minutes of waking, had a significantly elevated risk of kidney stone formation and tubular inflammation compared to those who hydrated first thing. And mild chronic dehydration in older adults is extremely common. The thirst mechanism weakens after 60. You genuinely do not feel as thirsty as you should. Your body is not sending the signal clearly anymore, which means you have to be intentional in a way you did not have to be at 40. The replacement. Before anything else in the morning, drink 2 full glasses of plain water, room temperature or slightly warm. This takes 60 seconds. It hydrates your kidneys before they begin the day's filtration work. It dilutes the urine concentration, and it prepares your body to process everything else you eat that morning with far less stress. 2 glasses, every morning, before the coffee, before the food, before anything else. This one change alone has shown measurable improvement in kidney health markers in multiple clinical studies. Patricia was 76, a retired school librarian from Seattle, Washington. She came to see me following a diagnosis of stage 1 chronic kidney disease from her cardiologist, who had flagged it during a routine heart checkup. Patricia was confused and frightened. She told me she had always taken care of herself. She walked every day. She did not smoke. She limited alcohol. She ate what she had always been told was a balanced diet. But when we talked about her morning routine, the picture became clear. Patricia drank 1 small glass of water with her morning blood pressure medication, then immediately made coffee. She did not drink water again until close to noon. Every morning, her urine-specific gravity, a measure of concentration, was consistently in the high normal range. Her kidneys were starting every day already working under the strain of concentration stress. We added 1 intervention only, 2 large glasses of warm water immediately upon waking before anything else. And we shifted her breakfast from commercial orange juice to whole fruit. 3 months later, her nephrologist reported that her kidney function markers had stabilized and in 2 key indicators had actually improved. Her nephrologist told her he could not explain it. I can explain it. We stopped starting her kidneys' day with a problem to solve and started giving them what they needed to function. This was not a miracle. This was basic physiology applied with intention, and it is available to every single person watching this video. Number 1. The most dangerous breakfast habit, destroying your kidneys after 60. The number 1 kidney-destroying breakfast habit is not any single food. It is the pattern. It is the combination, and specifically, it is the daily routine of high fructose foods combined with high dietary sodium combined with morning dehydration combined with inflammatory compounds. The triple threat stacked together every single morning. Here is why this combination is so catastrophically more dangerous than any single item alone. Fructose metabolism produces uric acid. Sodium overload causes the kidneys to work in high filtration mode. Dehydration concentrates everything, making the uric acid more potent and the sodium more damaging. And when inflammation is added through processed cereals, flavored creamers, and pain medications, the kidneys are fighting a forefront battle simultaneously before most people have gotten dressed. A landmark study from the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology examined data from over 22,000 adults across 8 years. The researchers specifically isolated adults who followed a high fructose, high sodium, low hydration breakfast pattern. In adults over 60, this pattern was associated with a 312% greater incidence of early chronic kidney disease compared to adults who followed a whole food, hydration-first breakfast. 312%. I said that at the beginning of this video. And now you understand exactly why. And here is the most critical piece of this entire video. Unlike heart disease, unlike cancer, unlike so many of the conditions we fear as we age, kidney damage from dietary stress is among the most preventable and most reversible in its early stages. Early. The window is open right now. For most people watching this video, the window is still open, but you have to walk through it. Her name was Margaret. She was 79 years old, a retired accountant from Atlanta, Georgia. Margaret had been on blood pressure medication for 8 years and had recently been referred to a nephrologist after her creatinine levels had been rising steadily for 3 years. Her nephrologist had discussed the possibility of needing to monitor for dialysis within 5 years if the trend continued. Margaret came to me as a second opinion. She was not ready to accept that as inevitable. When I sat down with Margaret, I asked her one question first. What do you eat for breakfast? She listed 1 glass of orange juice, 2 pieces of white toast with marmalade, 1 bowl of Special K cereal with skim milk, and 2 cups of coffee with vanilla creamer and Splenda. Every single morning for over 20 years. She was hitting numbers 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7 simultaneously every morning for 2 decades. We rebuilt her breakfast entirely. Steel-cut oats with flaxseed and blueberries. 2 large glasses of warm water before eating anything. Plain coffee with a small splash of whole milk and a whole orange instead of juice. We also worked with her cardiologist to identify whether her morning blood pressure spike was partly diet-induced. It was. In 3 months, her creatinine had stabilized for the first time in 3 years. In 6 months, it had declined slightly. Her nephrologist called it unusual. Margaret called it breakfast. This was not a miracle. This was the removal of a daily assault on organs that had been quietly fighting for their lives every morning for 20 years. And the same possibility is available to you. Here is exactly what I want you to do starting tomorrow morning. Specific, practical, numbered. Step 1. Immediately upon waking, before you reach for your phone, before you make coffee, drink 2 full glasses of plain room temperature water. Not cold. Room temperature. Your kidneys absorb it more efficiently this way. Do this every single day. No exceptions. Step 2. Replace your juice with whole fruit. 1 whole orange, a handful of berries, half a grapefruit. You get the vitamins. You get the fiber. You eliminate the fructose flood. This takes 0 extra time. Step 3. Replace your cereal with steel-cut or rolled oats, cooked plain. Add blueberries, walnuts, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and nothing else sweetened. Make a large batch on Sunday and reheat each morning. This costs less than cereal and takes 4 minutes. Step 4. Put the table salt away from the breakfast table. Use herbs, lemon, garlic, or turmeric instead. Your taste adjusts within 2 weeks, and your kidneys begin adjusting within 90 minutes. Step 5. If you take daily NSAIDs for joint pain, have a specific conversation with your doctor about alternatives. Ask about omega-3 supplementation, turmeric, and tart cherry juice. Ask if your current regimen is truly necessary every single day. Step 6. Switch your coffee back to black, or add a small splash of unsweetened milk. Eliminate the flavored creamers and the sugar syrups completely. This is the hardest one for most people, but your taste adjusts completely within 3 to 4 weeks. Here is the timeline of what to expect. Within 3 to 5 days, you will notice improved morning energy. Within 2 weeks, you will notice reduced afternoon fatigue and improved urine clarity. Within 4 to 6 weeks, measurable improvements in blood pressure and kidney stress markers can often be detected on a blood panel. Within 3 to 6 months, the full benefit of reduced nephron stress becomes measurable on creatinine and GFR tests. I want to address 5 mistakes I see people make when they try to change their breakfast habits, because these mistakes sabotage good intentions every single time. Mistake 1. Trying to change everything at once. I just gave you 6 steps. Please do not try to do all 6 on the same day. Your willpower is a finite resource in the morning when habits are strongest. Pick 2 steps. Just 2. Start with the water and the juice. Let those become automatic. Then add the oats. Then the salt. Build slowly, and you will maintain the changes. Try to do everything at once and you will revert to old habits within 10 days. Mistake 2. Switching to diet versions thinking they are safer. Diet orange juice, diet yogurt, sugar-free flavored creamer, low-sodium flavored water. Many of these products replace sugar with artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which research published in Nature has shown may alter gut microbiome in ways that affect kidney function, and many retain the sodium or add phosphate compounds that are directly harmful to aging kidneys. The answer is not the diet version. The answer is whole, real food. Mistake 3. Measuring success only on the scale. This change is not primarily about weight. You may or may not lose weight. That is not the point. The point is your kidney filtration rate. The point is your uric acid levels. The point is your blood pressure trajectory. Ask your doctor to run a comprehensive metabolic panel including BUN, creatinine, and GFR at your next visit. Those numbers tell the real story. Mistake 4. Thinking it is too late because damage has already started. I want to say this as clearly as I possibly can. If you are over 60 and hearing this and worried that you have already done too much damage, I need you to hear this. The kidneys have extraordinary regenerative capacity in their early and mid-stage decline. Nephrons that are stressed but not destroyed can recover significantly with reduced load. Multiple clinical studies have shown measurable improvement in GFR and creatinine markers in patients over 70 who made targeted dietary changes. It is not too late. Mistake 5. Feeling shame or blame about this. If you have been starting your mornings with orange juice and cereal and flavored creamer for 30 years, you did not do that because you were careless or reckless. You did it because that is what every advertisement, every nutritional guideline, every cereal box told you was healthy. The problem was never you. The problem was broken information being sold as wisdom. You are not broken. Your kidneys are not broken. The information you were given was broken. Let me go through all 10 breakfast habits one final time. Number 10. Flavored vitamin waters, adding hidden sodium and acid to your kidneys' workload. Number 9. Sweetened flavored yogurt, delivering a fructose and uric acid burden your kidneys were not designed to handle. Number 8. Adding table salt to your breakfast, amplifying sodium stress in aging kidneys that can no longer compensate. Number 7. Breakfast cereal, even the healthy kind, creating a renal stress cascade from the sodium and fructose combination. Number 6. Flavored coffee additives, loading your kidneys with inflammatory compounds before you take your first bite of food. Number 5. White toast with jam or jelly, delivering a fructose and uric acid spike before 9 a.m. Number 4. Daily NSAIDs with breakfast, reducing blood flow to kidneys already under dietary stress. Number 3. Orange juice every morning, flooding your liver with fructose and raising uric acid every single day. Number 2. Morning dehydration, concentrating everything harmful and starting every single day with your kidneys already under strain. And number 1, the pattern, the daily combination of all of these habits stacked together, creating a 312% increase in kidney disease risk that is entirely within your power to change. Here is my challenge to you today. Commit to just 3 changes, not all 10. 3. For the next 30 days, water first, then whole fruit instead of juice, then oats instead of cereal. Just those 3. Starting tomorrow morning. Your kidneys filter 200 liters of blood every single day of your life. Every single day, in silence, without complaint, without asking for anything in return. They have been doing this since the day you were born, and they have never taken a day off. They do not ask for much. They ask for water. They ask for real food. They ask for less fructose and less sodium and less daily assault. You are not broken. Your kidneys are not broken. The information you were given was broken, and now you have better information. If this video helped you today, please subscribe to this channel. I release new health information for adults over 60 every week. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Type in the comments which 3 changes you are committing to starting tomorrow. I read every comment, and your commitment makes you more likely to actually follow through. Share this video with someone who needs to see it today. One person. That is all I am asking. Aging does not take away your body's ability to recover. It simply reminds you to care for it the right way. Take care of yourself.